I'm the tree that bears forbidden fruit. One bite of me, and your soul is mine. What a mouth-watering aroma! You smell like fear, and I exist for fear.
Yeah, it frayed. There's no plastic left in between the pulley.
Trespasser, these woods are private. The longer you linger here, the shorter your life will become. Now get out before you become permanently rooted here.
Hello everybody, this is Joe being videos on the Jimmy Master Animatronics, and this is a video of the Spirit of Halloween Deadly Roots. It's going to be a setup and review. I did not buy this, if y'all know. I just took it home to fix it. This is the face from our display. I swapped it out with another one because I had to take this one home to fix it. And I thought the wires were tore because the mouth moved at first and then it completely stopped. I found out it was actually the motor that was completely dead. But I replaced the motor and the mouth moves really fast now, so we'll set it up. Also, if you buy a Deadly Roots, how you take it out of the box is exactly how it has to go back in. It has to go in the exact order that you take the parts out. Whatever you take out first in the box is what goes in the box last when you put it back in the box. So if you open the box, take a picture of how it goes if you plan on using his box to store him. Otherwise you won't get him in the box anymore like that. He can only fit in the box one way. That's with any spirit animatronic. Deadly Roots. Trespassers beware, this is no ordinary forest tree. Its sharp branches are eager to scoop up their next prize. Eyes light up while the tree reaches out to grab you. Deadly Roots speaks 4 spooky phrases, perfect for any sinister scene. Infrared or step pad activated. I haven't even tried the body for this yet, but I'll also show you how it works. Scissors. So this is the T base. Hey guys, I had to move to my room because my sibling is home from lunch at school, or they get like a 3-hour lunch break or something. Anyways, Two of my light bulbs are burnt out in my room again, so it's really dark in here. Okay, so the T-base. Parts of the box again. God, you can just see their feet. But next you insert this pole. And then this one. Oh, and here's how it works. This piece releases, it spins forward, and this piece holds it back. So once it goes forward, this piece, isn't pulling on it. The spring pushes the pole forward. So that's how it works. I'll even show you. I'll even connect the face and plug it in and show it. I showed it in the first part of the video where I was repairing it at the store, but oh yeah, there's also a screw that goes through, which is always located in the adapter box, which I left upstairs, so I'll be right back. Oh, and by the way, I know there's a lot of stuff going around with people saying that they start on fire, but you guys got to realize that that's not going to happen to every single one. There's a small chance of that happening. I mean, it happened to a jack-o'-lantern at our store. It happened to two poppin' goblins. I saw it happen to one of our swinging scarecrow last year, but that doesn't mean it happened to them all. There's a lot of people that own those items that didn't happen to. And I don't know. And like I said, that stuff is caused by a malfunctioning motor. If the motor is going... Well, if something's going on with the motor, it's going to start smoking. That can happen to any item. That can happen to Jack Skellington if a motor malfunctions. It can happen to any item. So, I actually don't think there's a screw in there. Oh, here it is. And the screw just goes through that hole right there. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? So, if you guys are wanting to buy him, go buy him. I highly doubt it's going to happen. And if it does, just exchange it for another one. It's not going to happen. Like I said, it's not going to happen to everyone. And I highly doubt it's going to happen to him now since I replaced his motor for his mouth. I bet it's the mouth motor that's making him do that. Because that's the motor that the swinging scarecrow started smoking on last year, was the mouth. Okay, now I can plug it in and show you how that mechanism works. Jeez. There's just like no room in here. Oh. And there's a wire harness you're gonna have to connect for the lunging. The moving mouth will already be connected.
Trespasser, these ones are private. The longer you linger here, the shorter your life will become. Now get out before you become permanently rooted here.
I see why our store display one doesn't lurch very far.
I'm the tree that bears forbidden fruit. One bite of me, and your soul is mine.
because shut up. It's because this piece doesn't go all the way forward on our store one, and the mouth won't click or hit against the pole once the cloth is on. So yeah, and that's what we put on next, I believe. Actually, yeah. What the hell? Yeah, there's like Velcros on it. I think the face is actually supposed to go on after you slide the cloth on, but I just put it on to show you how the mechanism works. But I think I'm gonna have to take it off to get the... But yeah, like I said, I just put the head on first to show you how that piece works right here. Because we have to put the tree cloth on first before we put the face on. It's much easier. Yeah, YJ and Crazy Create have screws to screw in the poles to their props, not lock tabs, which is kind of a good thing because the lock tabs obviously break. So, and yeah, and this is made by YJ. They're the company that's made. They've been making stuff at Spirit since 2009. Probably even longer, but that's when I started watching Spirit. They made the Deadlift Zombie. They made a bunch of stuff. The Bone Collector, the Zombie Barrel. All the swinging props, except for some of the newer ones this year, was made by Crazy Create. Okay, then we can pull it up. Oops. Also, there's a Velcro on his face, and the tree face just lines up with that. So there we go. And then slide the holes over the arm pieces. Now there is a problem where his arms fall off, and really all you have to do is tape them if that happens. Duct tape them on. That's what I did. Okay, well, we'll put those on. Yeah, he is 6. Well, with these, he is about 6'5", but up to here, yeah, he's 6'3". About, yeah. But for the face, right here, he's 6 feet. And then those just go on like that. And those, the thing is, those it doesn't really get covered up. That's the main problem with that. I mean, it kind of does, but not really. You'll kind of always see an opening there. See? Oh, wait a minute. That's what those other screws are for in this bag. There's 2 other screws. That's to screw his arms on. I don't think anybody did that. That's what those screws are for. That would make sense because there's holes carved in there too. So, well, I'm not going to screw them in because this is just for a review, and immediately after a review I'm disassembling it and put it back in the box. And he's pretty much set up. Now we just have to plug him in again. His IR sensor is right there, or infrared sensor, I mean. The one thing when I fixed him that I didn't notice is that I have an orange wire here pinched in, and I can't push it back in. I'm just gonna put some black tape over that. I mean, that'll work. Then you won't even see the mechanism at all in the dark, which is better, because originally you'll always see the mechanism there. There's also a Velcro back here. Also Velcro back here on getting into the mechanism. He has a volume switch. Gotta plug that harness back. And this is the one that makes him lunge. Speaker, an external speaker jack, a tri-mute button slot, step pad, and the adapter, which is a 6-volt 2-amp. I mean, for the adapter, you can slide it in two ways. You can just plug it in like that, or you can actually hide it by running it all the way up through the body. Yeah, and when you plug him in, he's automatically turned on. He doesn't have a switch. When you plug in a step pad or a tri-mute button, that turns him off of sensor mode. Yeah, see?
These ones are private. The longer you linger here, the shorter your life will become.
This one lurches well, too.
Out before you become permanently rooted here.
Better than our store display one, too. Well, whoever buys this will get a good one. I gotta fix the arms.
I'm the tree that bears forbidden fruit. One bite of me, and your soul is mine.
Yeah, they should have done something better, though, to cover those arms up.
I have no magical powers. Just the strength of a 1,000-year-old tree, and I can crush an acorn as easily as I can crush your skull.
Yeah, like I said, the one at our store, the piece doesn't spin all the way forward. Like, it goes halfway, and then you can continue to hear the motor run, so there's probably some gear that's split or something, I don't know.
When I find a trespasser, I can do whatever I want with them. Maybe I'll start by tearing you limb from limb.
See, he's extremely cool, fully working. I mean, none of them work the way Spirit's video does, because Spirit's video, like, his face was more of a grayish color, and his arms actually go in front of him to actually look like he's gonna catch you. But they changed it, because that's obviously the prototype. But this retails for $200, which is kind of steep. I mean, it's cool animation, but I mean, I think 180 is even better than 200. I mean, $150 would be a really good price for him. He's worth 150 and somewhat worth 180, but 200 is just So, that's what I think.
These ones are private. The longer you linger here, the shorter your life will become. Now get out before you become permanently rooted here.
So yeah, that sensor is a good sensor, but on the display when they're at Spirit, when they're on those risers, it's up so high that when people walk past it, it won't set it off because it's right on its forehead and it won't sense anybody. So, but when it's actually standing on just the ground outside or your floor, it'll easily sense motion.
I'm the tree that bears forbidden fruit. One bite of me, and your soul is mine.
So yeah, pretty cool. And he has 4 sayings. I think I mentioned that about the box.
I have no magical powers. Just the strength of a 1,000-year-old tree, and I can crush an acorn as easily as I can crush your skull.
To
to be honest, I think I'm gonna buy this one later on in the season. I can't afford it right now, but in mid-October, I think I'm gonna buy this one. Especially since I did my work on it, I think I'm gonna buy it later. And because I already took it all out of the packaging and set it up. But yeah, I'm gonna buy him, toe tagged and levitator. And what was the other one? I still do need a sitting scarecrow, and there was one other. Oh yeah, the display forest demon. If it's still working by then. It's still working now, but our display one looks and works the best, so those, and that's pretty much it for big props for Spirit. I mean, if there's some high voltage transcend zombies left at the 50% off sale, maybe I'll get him, but other than him, those are the last 5 that I want from Spirit this year, really. At first, I didn't want him that much because it looked like he didn't move that much, but seeing as how this is exactly how well he's supposed to work, so.
When I find the trespasser, I can do whatever I want with them. Maybe I'll start by tearing you limb from limb.
I mean, he will look good in any outside yard for Halloween. He definitely, it's a tree, so it's gonna, I mean, the other tree is pretty cool too, but I think this one's a little more unique. I don't know. A lot of people don't really like him, but I like him. And I'm not worried about him catching fire. Yeah, and it's happened to me before, so if it does happen, it's not going to freak me out, because if you see it start smoking, if you unplug it right away, it'll be just fine. So, but if you leave them plugged in while they're smoking, they're going to catch fire. But like I said, that's a pretty small chance of that happening. And here's a story on it. Everyone knows the dangers of the night. There are many stories about evil coming to life. Here's the story of an evil tree. A tree that didn't like you and didn't like me. If a traveler dared to walk by, the tree would make it their final goodbye. These evil trees have piercing eyes, sharp branches to scoop up their prize. If you find one of these demonic trees on your own, you'll be sorry that you ever went alone. Be prepared to pay the price. They'll be out to get you. They won't think twice. Their deadly roots don't play nice. The trees will make you live with them forever. Get ready for an evil, terrifying end of year. I don't. Okay. But yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to disassemble it and put it back in the box. Try to put it back in the box. Oh yeah, it also has this stuff that you can put around it, like on its arms. Oh yeah, like that. So, I didn't put that on, but yeah. Anyways, that's it. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching, and bye.